Did you realize that certain seemingly innocuous items may be depleting your energy, drawing negative situations into your life, and preventing you from becoming prosperous? Yes, it is correct. Buddhist teachings state that we frequently keep things in our homes that are said to sap our luck, bring disease, or even bring financial catastrophe. Sounds unreal. If you knew exactly what to remove from your home in order to attract more abundance and happiness, just think of how much better your life could be. The fact is, you can be losing out on a lot in life if you're not aware of these things. Have you ever questioned why certain aspects of your life appear to stagnate? Perhaps the never-ending project, the persistent tiredness, or even seemingly unsolvable financial issues. These indications can be connected to the bad energy that has gathered in your house. Even worse, you may be holding these things without even being aware of how they affect your overall health and well-being. I'm here to help you fix that, though, today. You won't want to pass up this chance to learn how. Per this video, I'll walk you through each of these 8 things that, per Buddhist teachings, you should throw out right away in order to clear your space and make room for a new chapter. In addition, I'll describe the precise workings of these bad energies and the need of getting rid of these things. Now is your time to make the first move toward living a lighter, more affluent, and balanced life. Prepare yourself for a profound clearing of the energies that will lead to a fresh cycle. Your life is filled with tranquility and riches. In order to ensure that you do not miss any films similar to this one, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell before we begin. You should write something along the lines of, "I attract prosperity, health, and wealth into my life," in the comments section. You will begin to match your intentions with the transformation that is about to take place if you proceed in this manner. Are you willing to accompany me on this experience of transformation? It is essential to the quality of your existence that the energy of the environment in which you live is present. You might think of it as a magnet that draws in either happy or negative circumstances, subtly influencing the way you go about your daily life. A location that is saturated with negative energy has the potential to undermine your plans, sap your power, and bring up challenges that you are unable to adequately explain. It is hardly surprising that Buddhist teachings caution us about this. When you take care of the energy in your home, you are really taking care of your destiny. You run the risk of prolonging cycles of shortages and difficulties that appear to have no end in sight if you choose to ignore this. Take a house and think of it as a magnetic field. Every single thing and every single area has an effect on the kind of energy that is accumulated there. When energy is not moving forward, you may get a persistent feeling of weight, as if everything in your environment is obstructed. What happens, however, is that success, health, and peace come into sync with your life when it flows in a harmonic manner. Rather than focusing on mysticism, this adjustment is about striking a balance. There is a possibility that your home lacks this equilibrium, which results in an atmosphere that is ripe for stagnation and problematic situations. It is not a luxury to turn your home into a more energy-efficient space. Those who are looking to achieve greater prosperity, tranquility, and well-being absolutely need to have it. Buddhists know that removing certain things is a powerful act that makes room for new possibilities and unblocks previously closed paths. To achieve this state of harmony, it's essential to identify what's hindering that flow. There are objects that carry energy that brings ruin, illness, and lack. As long as they remain in your home, all your efforts may seem in vain because the root of the problem lies in what you have not yet eliminated. This is the time to turn your home into a space that propels your life forward. Removing what blocks your progress could be the step that was missing to unlock your dreams. If you are tired of feeling like something is wrong without being able to identify what it is, prepare for an awakening. It's time to understand how energy works and how it can be your greatest ally or enemy, depending on the choices you make in your space. This is just the first step to creating an environment that truly supports your prosperity and happiness. Now that you understand the importance of keeping your home's energy clean and balanced, it's time to identify the 8 items that, according to Buddhist teachings, are draining your energy and attracting poverty, illness, and ruin. Next, we will detail each of these items so that you can easily recognize what needs to be removed from your space, thus taking a definitive step towards a more prosperous and harmonious life. Plants are symbols of life, growth, and renewal. When they are healthy, they purify the air and help to elevate the energy of the environment. However, dead or withered plants carry the opposite. They represent stagnation, decay, and the loss of vitality. According to Buddhist teachings, keeping a plant that has lost its vigor in the house is allowing the energy of death and decline to remain. Blocking the arrival of new opportunities and abundance, they can become a true energy drain point. Having a dead plant in your office or living room, for instance, might seem harmless, but it subtly creates an atmosphere of fatigue and discouragement. Have you noticed how places with many withered plants always seem darker and heavier, even when there is natural light? This happens because the energy they emit is filled with sadness, a direct reflection of their physical condition. When dried, lifeless leaves accumulate. It's as if a part of the house is always colorless, affecting everyone around. Replacing dead plants with fresh, vibrant ones is the best course of action. Consider utilizing high-quality artificial plants if you don't have the time to take care of real ones. Just make sure they don't get neglected or dusty. Choosing species that are more durable and require less maintenance, such succulents and cacti, is an additional choice. Periodically filling vases with fresh flowers can help infuse the space with vitality and color. Never forget to take the flowers down as soon as they start to wilt. You restore the energy of growth and represent rejuvenation by pulling out withered plants. This small action can change the environment in your house and restore wealth and vitality to your life. Items that are broken or underutilized symbolize loss and stagnation. Buddhist teachings state that everything in our homes that is no longer needed hinders the flow of positive energy. These items ultimately have an impact on other spheres of existence by producing spots of stagnated energy. They may bring challenges, exhaustion, and even a loss of focus on your objectives. It appears as though the area is holding on to things that are out of style, making no room for the new. Imagine that drawer full of malfunctioning devices, such as that kitchen appliance you vowed to fix but has been left undisturbed for years, or that outdated cell phone. Without realizing it, these objects accumulate stagnant energy, blocking new opportunities and even interfering with the sense of comfort and flow within your home. The stagnant energy of unused objects can also affect the overall atmosphere, bringing a feeling of heaviness and even emotional clutter. To resolve this issue, the best option is to conduct a thorough review and eliminate what truly no longer has any use. Donate, recycle, or, if there is no other solution, dispose of broken items responsibly. For items that have sentimental value but are damaged, consider restoring them or repurposing them in a way that brings joy rather than simply occupying space. If there are items waiting for repair, set a deadline. If you haven't fixed them in 3 months, it's time to say goodbye. Replace the spaces previously occupied by broken objects with items that bring good memories or are useful in daily life as a way to revitalize the energy of your home. One idea is to place a picture with inspiring images or fresh flowers where a useless object once stood. This way, you promote an energy renewal, releasing the stagnation and allowing prosperity and joy to flow freely throughout the house. Replacing the old with the new creates a lighter, more vibrant space aligned with your dreams and growth desires. Furniture that has been damaged, such as chairs with broken legs, sofas that have been shredded, or tables that have cracked surfaces, exudes an energy that is indicative of wear and neglect. This type of furniture is a representation of the difficulties of letting go of something that has lost its value and utility, according to Buddhist teachings. They not only have an impact on the aesthetics of the area, but they also have an effect on the energy, which results in the creation of an atmosphere that implies a lack of rejuvenation and a feeling that things are always falling apart. This has the potential to have a direct impact on your motivation, as well as the way you regard your own life. The old couch in the living room, which has the foam already warped and is covered by a cloth to disguise its defects, is a classic example. Another example is the chair that is tucked away in a corner but is no longer used because it is unstable and unsafe. Despite the fact that certain pieces of furniture may appear to be harmless, their presence might have an effect on your subconscious, such as giving you the impression that you are unable to go forward and are instead stuck in the past. The presence of these things demonstrates a lack of concern for the surroundings, and as a result, the energies that are circulating in your life, even if you make an effort to ignore it. Broken furniture should be repaired if at all feasible, or it should be replaced with pieces that are in good shape. This is the greatest solution for dealing with broken furniture. It is possible that storing an ancient object is an excellent approach to not only conserve its history, but also to revitalize the energy that it offers to the area. If the item cannot be restored, you might want to think about giving it or recycling it instead. Bringing a sense of renewal into your home by exchanging a damaged chair for a new one, or replacing a worn-out couch with a cozy armchair, is a great way to bring prosperity and comfort into your home. Additionally, you may create a sense of spaciousness in your life and make room for new opportunities by getting rid of furniture that is no longer serving a purpose. This can be accomplished by freeing up space. You are sending the message that you are ready to receive the new and that you care about the flow of positive energy in your home when you have a place that is filled with furniture that has been carefully kept. It is important to keep in mind that it is not about spending a lot of money, but rather about making tiny modifications that impart a new and exciting vibe to your area. It is possible for the memories and energies of the people who once owned the items to be carried by the artifacts that were inherited from relatives or acquaintances. Buddhist teachings hold that everything in our environment holds on to a small amount of the energy of the people and circumstances that shaped it over time. This implies that inherited objects, particularly those with unhappy or distressing backgrounds, may wind up bringing unfavorable emotional baggage into your house. Retaining these artifacts could result in a persistent presence of melancholy, bereavement, or even hopelessness, which would quietly alter the space's ambience. Pieces of furniture, jewelry, or other belongings from departed family members who went through trying or painful times are frequently used as examples. Perhaps you have a piece of jewelry from someone who struggled with emotions, or that rocking rocker that belonged to a grandfather who endured a lot in his last years. These items may appear innocuous, yet they frequently serve as anchors, tying the room to the spirit of melancholy or grief. Their presence might instill a sense of melancholy or emotional stagnation in the room, even if you're not aware of it. In handling these kinds of items, it's critical to determine what is actually valuable to preserve. If the object makes you happy and brings back pleasant memories, it can remain. But it could be time to say goodbye if looking at it brings back memories of sad or painful times or despair. Before giving the item away or passing it on, you may execute a ceremony of thanksgiving and parting, in which you express your gratitude for the object's presence in your life and release it symbolically. This can facilitate a lighter and more optimistic let-go process that will enable you to go on. If you would rather preserve some of these items, think about smudging them with incense or putting them in the sun for a few days as an energetic cleansing method. This can help to remove the negative emotional charge associated with them and give them a new life in the environment. Placing quartz crystals near these items can also help purify the energy they carry. Remember, the most important thing is that the environment reflects a space of joy and lightness, free from energies that do not benefit you. The accumulation of papers, magazines, old bills, and useless documents is one of the biggest sources of stagnant energy inside a house. According to Buddhist teachings, all excess that does not have a clear function in our lives ends up forming energy knots that hinder the natural flow of the environment. Each piece of paper stored without necessity symbolizes a weight from the past that we still carry. These items might seem harmless, but the energy they carry can prevent new opportunities from coming in and create an atmosphere of disorganization, both physically and mentally. A common example is that pile of magazines that never get read, or that cabinet full of old bills that only take up space. Additionally, many keep manuals for devices they no longer own, or documents from courses and studies that are no longer relevant. Even if these papers are stored in drawers or boxes, they emit a vibration that can affect mental clarity and the sense of lightness within the home. It is almost as if unresolved concerns from the past are always present, serving as a constant reminder that there are things that have not yet been properly addressed. For the purpose of addressing this accumulation, you should begin by isolating the documents that are actually important, such as personal records and contracts, and then organize them practically in folders. You can properly dispose of the remaining items, such as paid invoices and papers that are not of significant importance, by recycling them or shredding them. This will ensure that your personal information is preserved. The digitization of vital documents and the storage of those documents in digital format is a terrific tip that will further reduce the amount of physical space that is occupied by papers. There is a terrific method to shift the vibe of the location by replacing the stack of papers with something that gives more positivity to the environment. For example, you could replace the stack of papers with a tiny plant or a decorative item that inspires you. Not only does this result in the area being more ordered, but it also helps to provide a sense of revitalization and freshness. You will instantly make place for good energy to flow better when you free up physical space from extra documents. This will bring greater clarity and lightness to your routine, as well as the way you approach your everyday life. There is a significant relationship between the lighting in a home and the energy that is moving through the area. According to Buddhist teachings and other practices of space purification, a lack of vitality and clarity is represented by lights that are dull or bulbs that have burned out. They signify stagnation and that something significant is not being illuminated in your life. When you keep lights that are not functioning properly or that create a feeble light, you are inviting patches of darkness to develop in the house. This can have a negative impact on your motivation and capacity to notice new prospects. Imagine a corridor with a light that has burned out, or a corner of the living room that is usually dim because the light there is no longer functioning as it should. These places tend to become less frequented, cold, and uncomfortable, carrying a feeling of neglect. Additionally, partial darkness in some parts of the house can contribute to creating an environment of discouragement, lack of energy, and a sense of tiredness. Light is life, and when it is absent, the energy of the house can become dense and heavy, making it harder for thoughts to flow and even affecting your daily disposition. To address this, it's important to replace burned-out bulbs as soon as you notice they are no longer working properly. Choosing bulbs that provide clear and comfortable light helps to revitalize the environment. Invest in lighting that is both functional and welcoming, creating an atmosphere where you feel good. In places where natural light doesn't reach, such as hallways or closets, consider adding lamps or sconces to keep the energy always moving. Alternatively, you can create indirect light points by using scented candles at specific times to create a more harmonious atmosphere, especially during relaxation or meditation practices. Crystals like selenite can also be placed in less well-lit areas to help elevate the energy of the space. Replacing areas of darkness with appropriate lighting is a symbolic act that invites clarity, energy, and vitality back into your home, helping to bring a new brightness to your life. Kitchen utensils, such as plates, cups, mugs, and even pots, are essential to daily living and household energy efficiency. Buddhist teachings state that these objects stand for the home's wealth and nutrition. They hold the energy of decay, breaking, and lack when they are worn out, chipped, or cracked. Having such things in the kitchen might draw energy associated with lack and financial hardship, which can negatively impact both the flow of prosperity in the surrounding area and family peace. A typical example would be your beloved mug that chipped after years of usage, yet you still use it out of attachment. Or the dish that has a tiny fracture in it, but is nevertheless used on a regular basis because it doesn't seem to be a major issue. These items ultimately provide the impression that life is never fully realized and that things are constantly incomplete. In addition to being potentially hazardous, since they may result in small mishaps, they serve to further reinforce the notion that prosperity and wholeness are lacking in your life, which inhibits the flow of good energy. It's crucial to regularly inspect the cooking utensils and replace any that are chipped, cracked, or have lost their original quality in order to combat this. Changing them out with new things, no matter how basic, helps to revitalize the atmosphere and foster harmony and prosperity. Recall that you don't have to commit a lot of money. The most crucial thing is to fill the house with well-maintained objects that exude care and attention. As an alternative, you can swap out chipped plates or mugs for ones with designs that make you happy to use or serve as inspiration. This not only makes the room feel more positive, but it also makes every meal a time for giving thanks and appreciation. These little adjustments can have a tremendous impact on the flow of plenty in your life, because they communicate to the universe your readiness to accept the finest and your openness to new possibilities. Maintaining clean utensils strengthens the energy of nourishment and well-being, making the atmosphere more inviting and prosperous for all. Religious objects like statues, saint images, rosaries, and other spiritual items have a special role in the energy of a home. Because they are used for protection, spiritual connection, and attracting positive energies, they carry a lot of meaning. However, when these relics are damaged, broken, or have simply lost their spiritual meaning to those who own them, they can end up having a negative impact on the environment's energy. According to Buddhist teachings, keeping a sacred object in a poor state is like disrespecting the intention of protection and harmony it represents, creating a point of imbalanced energy within the home. A practical example is that image of a saint or Buddha that fell and broke apart, like a hand or the head, but is still displayed somewhere in the house, or a rosary that lost some beads and is kept without use. These objects, even if they carry positive intentions, can become a reflection of neglect and abandonment, creating a sense of spiritual disconnection in the space. Keeping a broken or damaged image on an altar, for instance, can create an atmosphere of disrespect or detachment from spirituality. The best alternative for these items is to restore them if possible, so they can continue fulfilling their purpose of protecting and blessing the home. If it is not possible to restore the object, you might want to think about executing a farewell ritual. This involves expressing gratitude to the item for the time it spent in your life and releasing it in a respectful manner. This could be done by burying it, burning it, or taking it to a suitable location, such as a church or a spiritual center. In this manner, you prevent the object from continuing to develop energy that is disrespectful or sorrowful. You can offer a sense of revitalization and rejuvenation to your altar or meditation space by purchasing new relics or spiritual things that are appropriate for your present journey. This can be done as a replacement. Furthermore, the incorporation of objects such as crystals, plants, and candles into your altar can assist in the revitalization of positive energies and the strengthening of the spiritual connection that exists within the surroundings. It is crucial to keep in mind that the aim of the object is to elevate the vibration of your home and to keep spirituality alive and present in your life. This is more important than simply preserving the thing itself. In order to ensure that any negative vibrations are eliminated and that fresh positive energies are able to easily flow throughout the space, it is vital to execute an energy cleanse after you have removed the items that were obstructing the flow of energy in your home. Sage, rosemary, and rue are some of the herbs that can be used to smudge, which is one of the most straightforward and efficient ways of purification. These plants have the ability to cleanse, and when they are burned, they emit smoke that helps to disperse dense energies and attract an atmosphere that is peaceful and protective. To smudge your house, just light the herb and walk with it through the rooms, always moving clockwise. Visualize the smoke carrying negative energies out through windows and doors. This practice is an excellent way to renew the environment and prepare the home to welcome positive vibrations. Another important technique is using crystals to amplify positive energy and bring balance to the spaces. Crystals like clear quartz, amethyst, and selenite are powerful for cleaning and raising the vibration of any environment. Placing them in strategic locations, like the entrance of the house, the living room, or in spots where the energy seems heavier, helps create a protective barrier against negative influences. Selenite, for example, is known as a crystal that never needs to be recharged. It can be placed near windows or in room corners to keep the energy flowing. Additionally, you can keep smaller crystals in areas where you spend more time, like a work desk, to ensure the energy around you stays revitalized. Salt cleansing is also a common and powerful practice for eliminating negative energy. Coarse salt is one of the most effective elements for absorbing and neutralizing bad vibes. A simple way to use it is to place small containers with coarse salt in the corners of rooms, especially in areas like the home's entrance and where the energy seems heavier. Leave the salt there for at least 24 hours and then discard it in running water, like in a sink or toilet, so that all negativity is washed away. Another alternative is to dissolve coarse salt in water to wash floors or clean doors and windows, creating a protective layer that prevents the entry of unwanted energies. In addition to purification methods, ongoing space maintenance and order is a practice that has a big impact. Maintaining a clean and organized home is crucial to maintaining the flow of good energy. A clean, well-kept atmosphere invites prosperity and well-being. To change the energy of the room, arrange the rooms, open the windows to let fresh air in, and use as much natural light as you can. Maintaining healthy live plants throughout the house will assist to revitalize the rooms and improve the air quality. To center positive energy and establish a spiritual reference point in your house, You can also make a little altar with candles, fresh flowers, and items that hold special value for you. By following these techniques, you can make sure that the energy in your house is constantly in harmony and in line with your personal objectives. Removing the items that were obstructing the energy in your house is a significant step toward creating space for new opportunities and meaningfully changing your life. The space has a sense of brightness and lightness that is one of the most noticeable effects right away. You start to realize that the area around you becomes lighter and more spacious, and that the sensation of heaviness just goes away when you eliminate whatever was storing stagnant energy. This has a direct effect on your mental state, giving you more vitality and mental clarity to handle problems in daily life. All of a sudden, the persistent sensation of exhaustion disappears and is replaced with a fresh enthusiasm for taking on new challenges and seizing new chances. The strengthening of bonds inside the family is yet another important advantage. Harmonious energy flow tends to reduce tensions and misunderstandings and makes the living environment more hospitable for all residents. Everybody finds a haven in their house where they can be themselves and spend precious time with their loved ones. Moreover, a home with good energy contributes to the emotional health of everyone who lives there, helping to create an atmosphere of cooperation, affection, and respect. It's as if the negativity that once caused friction is swept away, making room for a space of peace and harmony. With the renewed energy, many people also report improvements in their finances and the way they perceive money and growth opportunities. This happens because by getting rid of energy blockages, you also make room for prosperity to flow more naturally in your life. Opportunities that once seemed distant start to appear, whether through new job offers, business ventures, or even a feeling that luck is finally on your side. This is not just about belief, but about creating an environment that encourages a mindset open to success and the achievements you desire. Finally, a home that is energetically clean fosters a deeper connection with your own spirituality and life goals. Without the interference of dense energies, you begin to hear your intuition more clearly, identifying paths that truly make sense for you. This revitalization not only enhances the quality of your life, but it also raises your self-esteem and gives you more confidence in the decisions you choose for yourself. A sense of control and empowerment over your own journey may be generated by the simple act of modifying the environment around you. This demonstrates that even seemingly insignificant actions can have a significant impact on both your life and the world around you. When you do this, you start a positive loop in which every conscious decision you make results in an environment that is more prosperous, healthy, and energetic. It is time to take action and actually transform your space now that you are aware of the 8 things that could be standing in the way of the energy that flows through your home. When you get rid of these things, you are not only cleaning up a physical space, but you are also making room in your life for success, health, and tranquility to come back into your existence. It is a straightforward action that has the potential to bring about a sea change in your day-to-day existence, infusing your home and your mind with a revitalizing vitality. In the end, when we let go of things that are no longer beneficial to us, we create space for opportunities for new things to emerge. When you take steps toward a lighter and more peaceful atmosphere, you are also taking steps toward a life that is more prosperous and brings you greater happiness overall. Eliminating the energy-blocking things is similar to opening a window in a pitch-black room to let light stream in and illuminate every crevice. Beyond the physical space, there is a sense of freshness and clarity that will gradually give you the impression that your life is rhythmically shifting into a new one that is more in line with your goals and the energy you wish to attract. Thus, why not get started now? Please subscribe to the channel and give a like if you found any value in this material. You'll get more helpful ideas like this one that can really benefit you in your day-to-day life. This enables me to keep providing you and everyone else who wants to change their life with insightful information. Tell your loved ones about this video. Perhaps they could benefit from an energy purge as well. By working together, we can make everyone's surroundings brighter and more wealthy. Finally, I would want to provide a potent affirmation. I make space for prosperity and happiness in my life. Write in the comments section. By doing this, you'll immediately begin drawing these positive energies and turning your house into a real haven of tranquility. As you've already taken the first step toward transformation, let's embark on this evolutionary adventure together. Change starts with little acts. I sincerely appreciate your time, and I hope to see you in the next video.